Good afternoon, it's Kirsten here for another Thursday Spa Business Break. Holy moly, we're almost at the end of December. Yes! I know for most of you in the spa industry, this is not an easy month for you. To the point where, and I can totally relate, to the point where you are like just almost completely done. You may be white knuckling it until you can close the doors on your business before Christmas arrives. So, you know, when we're in this place in December, when it's so busy and it just feels like it is just absolute chaos and you're trying to hold on until you can close your doors, it kind of reaches this peak for most of us, and of feeling like, oh my God, I am feeling completely burnt out. So, you know, I want to talk about feeling burnt out because it's probably top of mind for you right now. But even though you are in a place of the time of the year where most of you are feeling that pressure and that crunch, it may be part of a larger issue of actually being burnt out or on your way to feeling burnt out. Hey Sylvia, it's great to see you here. And you know, I think this is also a topic that not a lot of people are talking about. I think it's a topic that a lot of entrepreneurs, spa owners feel ashamed about. We're supposed to be handling this really well. We put on a mask at work that everything's great, everything's running really well. Yeah, we're doing wonderful. And maybe business is doing great and doing wonderful, but maybe you behind the mask is feeling like you don't know how much more pressure that you can take. And when you don't feel like you have anybody to talk to about that, that just compounds the sadness, the frustration, the exhaustion. It's just like it's like another added pressure of not being able to discuss it. So I want to like knock off the whole, you know, we should keep this to ourselves because, you know, we don't want to talk about it. We need to talk about it because it's affecting your business. It's affecting your life. And if you are not feeling joyful and with purpose in your business and have energy for your business, then it becomes like a job. You're back in a job, exactly where you didn't want to be when you started your whole business to begin with. So you may be tossing around the concept of, I just want to sell this business. I don't want to do this anymore. Maybe you've got a team and you've had this vision of a bigger business with a team, and you've put all your energy into like pushing this through and making it happen. And maybe you've gotten to where you were wanting to be and it sucks. It's not where you want to be. You thought it was, but it's not any fun anymore because of all the pressure. So you may be considering, I want to throw in the towel. I want to sell my business. I had that exact same experience about 16 years ago. I've had other times in my business where I have felt myself reaching that kind of critical piece of burnt out, not loving what I'm doing, just pushing too hard. There's too many things to do, too many things to be responsible for, too many deliverables, and I'm not having any fun, and I don't want to be a part of any anymore. Now, here's what you may not be considering, because if you want to quit, that's totally okay. That's your prerogative. If you had this dream to open up a spa and you've created a team and you've got a great clientele and it's generating some revenues for you, it's still okay to change your path. It's okay to change your goals. You can reinvent yourself if that's what you want to do. If I said to you, this is how you know if you really actually do want to sell it. If I said to you, okay, yeah, you can sell it. You can totally sell it. I'm going to help you do that. But if your first reaction is like, oh, I don't really want to do that. If it's more about just daydreaming that, I just don't want this pressure anymore, it's too hard on me, I'm depleted. Because when you're in burnout, you've got brain fog, you're physically and emotionally exhausted, you're not finding any joy in things. Even at home, it's hard to pull it together, to put on, happy mom face or happy wife face or whatever. So it can really, really weigh you down. But it's that moment, if you really want to sell it, and if I told you, I'm going to help you sell it, if that's your decision and your initial reaction is, no, I'm not ready, then you know you're not really ready. And what you actually need is just kind of more help systematizing your business, getting your processes together so you're not running around like a chicken with your head cut off. If I said to you, I'm going to help you sell your business, it's, we're going to work on it for the next 6 months to a year. If your initial reaction is like, oh, thank God, finally there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Yes. If that is your feeling, then you know that selling your business is the right thing to do. But, and here's the thing, this is what is most interesting to me when I went through this process, is that when you go to sell your business, there's going to be a fair amount of things that you're going to need to get in order. You're going to need to clean up some of your systems if you're not systematized. If you don't have a marketing system, if you don't have a staffing system, like a hiring system, a training system, a support system for your team, ongoing coaching, if you don't have a financial system for your business as far as cash flow and goal setting and analysis, if you don't have a system, if you just don't have enough systems to have your business rolling steady, then who's going to want to buy it? Because you're going to be selling it to somebody that is going to be a bit of a mess. They're going to have to figure it out for themselves. But if you had everything systematized, you've got everything in your head into manuals, then that is a really valuable business, especially if it is profitable. So the interesting piece about wanting to quit and sell your business versus wanting to quit, but maybe it's more about just getting organized. A growth initiative and an exit strategy are essentially the same thing. You're going to have to create some systems and get your business cleaned up and in order to sell it or enable you to grow. So the bottom line is, if you are burnt out and you want to sell it, that's fine. You got to clean up your business to do that. But what you have to do beforehand, before you can get yourself to create any systems or organize anything, you have to get your head straight. If you are in burnout mode, if you are mentally and emotionally and spiritually and physically exhausted, if you're just not finding joy in what you do anymore, then you need to get your head straight first before you start working on your business to sell it. Because if you're in this mental fog, if you've got this kind of honestly, kind of a crappy attitude about your business, because you're not loving it, I get it, it will be so much more difficult to get your business organized. So my message to you today is that if you're in that place where you want to quit, I get it. But your first priority is you. You've got to take care of yourself first before you take care of your business, before you take care of your team, before you take care of your profits, before you take care of your marketing. You got to take care of you. You are, it's kind of like on an airplane, if it's going down, you put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you put it on, your kid or anybody else. It's the same thing. If you're in burnout mode, you got to put the oxygen on you first. So I am so passionate about this topic because I know what it feels like. It's a horrible, horrible feeling to be burnt out and still feel that incredible pressure to perform. It just kind of makes you want to cry. So a few of you have already signed up for it, but on Monday, December 31st, I am hosting a pop-up workshop called the Burnout Recovery Workshop. It's something I haven't done before. I'm co-teaching this with my friend Arnie Peterson. He is a certified hypnotherapist. He has been working in the mindset and healing world for a very, very long time, and I so value his perspective. He's a really, really wonderful man, and he's gone through his own struggles and hardships and emotional trauma, and he has a lot to offer us in the spa industry as far as learning how to handle our emotions and our energy, because we work with people every day and it can feel like they just suck the life out of us. So on the 31st, the Burnout Recovery Program, the Burnout Recovery Workshop, we're going to give you practical tips, practical things to do that will help ease your emotional and your energetic and your business energy, because we gotta get that right before we can let you loose on the actual, tactical things to do in your business. So if you're in that place of feeling like maybe you have hit the wall already and you've just been white knuckling it because you don't know what else to do and you're saddled with this business and it's kind of worthless because it's not really profitable and you don't have any systems, then the first thing you got to do is get your head straight. Because once you figure out how to manage your own energy around other people, how to manage your energy as an entrepreneur, how to manage your emotions, how to manage your time, until that happens, you're just going to keep, spinning around that crazy orbit that's making you feel crazy. So I invite you to join us on Monday the 31st. It's a 3-hour workshop. So this isn't like it's not like a webinar. It's not a webinar in order to sell something at the end. This is the workshop. And we're spending 3 hours together. There's going to be some breaks in there because I know you're going to need it. I'm going to need it. Arnie's going to need it, but we've got some worksheets in here and exercises to work on, so we can really help you dial into where in your life it needs some easing and some kind of some soothing balm on your energy, on your emotions, and on the practicalities of your business. So Arnie and I, we're kind of like a double duo. I'm business, practical, tactical, but I also understand the whole concept of energy and emotions and how it affects our business and how it affects the people we interact with. And Arnie is an absolute master on understanding how the human brain works, as well as how energies work. So I do hope that you join us if you're feeling called to this. And if you've just been kind of bumbling around trying to figure out, like, what do I do now? I feel done, but I don't know what to do now. You start right here. So if you have any questions about the workshop that's coming up, if you have any questions or comments about burnout, if you've been there before and you pulled yourself out of it, we'd love to hear what your story is. But otherwise, we will see you on the 31st. It's online via Zoom, so you'll get your meeting link on the morning of the 31st, and we'll all meet on Zoom and get started on that workshop at 10 a.m. Pacific time. All right, if you have any questions, please send me a direct message or pop it in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you. See you guys later.